Because I'm from Florida, because I got people in the area and I understand this, this is for all the little dudes. This is for all the little dudes. I'm gonna do something to try to save your life in a way, but I'm gonna do something definitely that's gonna save the other young people life that's watching y'all, because y'all not getting it. Y'all really do not get it. You need to shut your mouth. You need to stop talking. You need to stop flogging. You need to stop attention seeking. I'm doing this one for the kids because we need it. Because, listen, certain groups is letting this type of stuff out to make you think that this is what blackness is about. This is not what blackness is about. That's why they only allow certain images to be displayed, is because that is what they want. They want to give their people a leg up because they know how great the power of black unity is. They know how great our community is at self-correcting. But the thing is, if we don't see the father figure in the community or the man as a pillar and a strength, then that is the move that we're gonna take. When your mom is in there saying your dad ain't nothing, and you're looking, and throughout your life you start to realize, well, my dad's still alive. This is bitterness. Don't let the bitterness affect you, young people. I'm so sorry you gotta go through that. I can't apologize for it, but it hurts me and it pains me. So I'm going to speak and let you hear what I'm saying. Snitching. Let me explain snitching. Snitching means that you're putting people in your business that do not belong in it. And some business of ours and yours is only yours. You don't need to try to have a conversation with nobody. You don't need to get it off your chest. If it is too heavy for you to undertake, if what you're doing is something that you're not going to be able to deal with for the rest of your life and nobody know it, you do not need to get into it. This is why when you go and see Unique, he's trying to drop gems. I'm young, so I got some fire in me, and I was able to avoid a lot of things. I was not able to avoid consequences. I was not able to avoid the stresses that hurt your body. Like, look, you never understand. You stress so much that it now affects your health. It affects your health, that you have anxiety issues. That, I mean, listen, I be passing out on my feet because of the stress, because of the time that I wasted doing the wrong thing and going in the wrong direction and upholding this nonsense. And then now I gotta try and come back the right way, and I know how much time I need, and I misuse the time. I misuse the time, okay? Check this out. Duval, Florida. But I'm gonna say Duval. Duval a lot because of this. Okay. I don't know where y'all got this from, but I know that the mass incarceration issue leads to that. I know that the pain of not having fathers makes you champion anything that they do, so that way you can have some kind of connection to them. So some of y'all boys is going out here following in their footsteps, thinking that you're gonna find them. You're not gonna go find your daddy in the streets trying to follow behind them. They just gonna say, he got the same face. Take his ass in, man. This shit, I would wanna cry, but I can't cry for y'all, because the thing is, the information is there. Y'all think y'all know it all. Take your ass and go get a motherfucking book, man. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Go and get you a book, young people. Go and get you a book. Go and get you some history and learn what they did to the people that is going. Whenever you, okay, it's just like any job. Go find out who was really good at that. If you want to be in the Olympics, go read you an Olympic history book. Find out what they did to get there. Find out how they had to sacrifice. Find out the consequences. You want to go get in the streets? Go talk to somebody that is on the other side of the streets. Not the police, somebody that went through it, they done paid their dues, and they're doing something different, and they working for change. Go talk to them people. They want to tell you something. They want to bring you some info. They want to put some game in your life to where you could do better than them. The only good I can do is to denounce the nonsense I was doing. Not the motives, because the motives that I had was to make a way for myself, and what was available out there was for me to sit on my behind and wait for something to happen. That's not a man thing. That's not something that men do or are allowed to do, because once the time is passed, you are responsible for what you have wasted. You are responsible for the examples that you did not set. So y'all boys in Duval, you need to shut your mouth, because you took all of this time snitching, okay? Let me explain this to you. Snitching is telling anyone and putting them in your business that does not need to be there. So if you go get a square person to give you a ride to commit a crime, you are in the act of snitching. A lot of people ain't gonna say that. Snitching is how you carry yourself. So if you understand that? You have to be responsible, because you are responsible. You're responsible for the outcomes. You're responsible for the stuff that happens. What is going to happen here is, you think you're not responsible. When you go in there and you deal with them folks, they're going to say, you are a media personality. You are contributing to the environment. The environment, like the air, like the water, like the trees and grass of crime. Let that set in. Let that set in for you for a minute. You are contributing to the environment of crime. So all this RICO stuff, that just shows that y'all were conspiring, and y'all had businesses that conspired. But when you get a CCE, continual criminal enterprise, that messes us all up, because now they have an established structure of crime. You understand? You're living in the house of crime, right? Right now, you're at the head. But the thing is, even if you go, the structure has been built that somebody's going to take your place. And we can go at them and watch them, even if they're not tied to you, because they're tied to your criminal environment that you created. You may not have created it. That's the thing. That's the craziest part, because I know old Duval OGs. I don't know them all. I don't even know half. I only know the ones that I know. I don't know their business, but I know what happens in the neighborhood, because what we say, the streets talk. So I know for the people that got their business in the streets, the people that got their old ladies in the streets that want to have a conversation with somebody, you understand? Don't talk about your business. The reason you don't talk about your business is because you talk to your old lady, she's going to want to vent to somebody. The information and the knowledge is heavy. Knowing what I know, knowing what we as street people know, that information is heavy. It weighs on you. I'm 38 years old. I look like somebody's granddaddy. I look like somebody's granddaddy. I done had these grays since I was 9. Not in my face, but I got grays. Look at this. I got grays, and I'm missing hair from stress, physical stress. My heart got weak because I had so much strong heart. It got weak. You can have heart, little. You got heart, little cuz? You got heart, little dude? I had heart. I had a lot of heart. And life whooped me. Just like P. Life whooped me. I had heart. I got heart. But the thing is, it wasn't built to hold that. But the thing is, I gotta hold that. There ain't no statute of limitations on some of this shit. It's going forever. So you gotta hold that. You gotta hold that. And these listen, when you got a gang task force in your city, that's the feds. A gang is a terrorist organization, the way it is classified in criminality and how they deal with criminals. So understand this. This is what that means now. Check this out. That means that this is a homeland security issue. So they got federal resources being put out to monitor you. They're going, listen, once they got to do that, somebody is going to go down. Even if it's the next man, somebody is going to go down. But they would rather get their justice sooner than later. But guess what? Not than later, sooner and later. So they're going to get you, and they're going to get the next dummy, and they're going to get the next dummy, and guess what? Your damn granddaddy could be 80 years old. If y'all was to expose things that came from your granddaddy, they going to get him too. At whatever age, they going to get him too, because that is the nature of this. Because now, if they get him, they can go ahead and go from there to you. See, the thing is, a lot of this stuff is fabricated. But the thing is, it's not fabricated that the crimes was committed. It's not fabricated that the environment of crime. That's why this stuff is said and put together in such a broad spectrum, even if it doesn't really put stuff together. Y'all need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth. You want to have a conversation. I know that I know your parents wasn't correct with how they was raising you, with you not getting attention. I know that they didn't stop you from attention seeking as a male, as a man. I know that your mamas couldn't handle y'all, but you need to learn to shut your mouth if you've got to live out here in this world, this street world. You're going to need to learn to shut your mouth. Sooner only. Sooner, as soon as you can, ASAP. Okay? All of this talking to other dudes on these platforms, when you say certain things, we have a certain thing called the Patriot Act. When you talk about certain things, they are going to go in and that recording is going to kick on. You think these things are encrypted? Yes, they're encrypted for the safety of the transmission, so that way nobody can say that somebody else came in here and edited it and said something. It's not for your protection. These encryptions on FaceTime is not for your protection. It's for the protection of the information. And then y'all are broadcasting y'all FaceTimes to people. Y'all are saving them and sending them to people. Snitching is when you put people that can't take the weight in your business. If you go pick up your homeboy and say, come ride with us, and then somebody decides to get out the car and do some dirt, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to say, hey, oh, you're not supposed to say nothing. You're supposed to say, you know what? Hey, look, bro, here go like $5 or $10. Or here go the phone with the money on it. Or here go the card. Or whatever it is, get your Uber, go back home, bro. This ain't for you. But y'all want to involve. You see, it's a lot of dudes that got involved in the streets and probably got their first charge or whatever, and then now you think you down by law. You didn't decide for that. You need to just go ahead and fall back. Don't stop trying to familiarize yourself and feel good and acquainted, and stop that. Stop that. That's not for y'all. That is not for y'all. This is crazy. Y'all talking, y'all on tapes, and then when these people take you in, you're supposed to. If they know what they know, you ain't got to say nothing to them. You can't find out nothing by asking them a question. They just sat there for the one jit and said, hey, we're not going to violate your rights. Because they're in the federal realm. They're responsible. They will be held and have to go to court, and the law will be on them too. They're doing their job. That's what they get paid for. That's what they went to school for. That's what they got time in and got commendations. Promotions, because they did it so well that they need them in a more important area, and now they're on you. You need to shut your mouth. you need to shut your mouth. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, okay, let me just explain to you how, because see, we're not talking about just street, okay, let's say gangsters. Gangsters, in the gangster world, when I got into the streets, right, and then I started to move over to the gangster world, they made me separate from my homeboys that was in the streets, that was just mischievous, that was just a little bit criminal. Because what we're doing here is serious. People is gonna go hungry if you drop the ball. They might take some innocent people into the jail and torture them and beat them and give them consequences that are meant for us if you drop the ball. That is what the gangster world is about. So once you start getting tickets, and I'm not saying it's traffic tickets, I'm saying when people is paying tickets, when people is putting money on heads, when people is spending money and niggas is spending, they hitting licks, they kicking doors, you understand that? When they're doing all of this dangerous stuff, it's like this, forever. Certain stuff, you get caught for it, maybe. But if you're in a part of something and it's an active investigation, you're supposed to keep your mouth shut, okay? Let me tell you what they call it in the mafia world. And the mafia is, they got all kind of mafias. So you gotta understand, the reason that they are in business is because of that. They go by and they follow a code, okay? Now they have people that they let out there and let the media catch them because they already know, because they got people in these organizations, the government, and they say, okay, well, he's burned. Just like an agent might be a secret agent, but then when they find out he is, he can't go doing no work or trying to get nobody because they already know who he is. He can't do no research because they're watching him. The streets is watching the agent. So in the streets, you can get burned. And when you get burned, now he's being funny, like El Chapo. Once El Chapo was burned and everybody knew who he was and his name was up like this, yeah, he's strong. But the thing is, he's only strong to a point. So now the new person is already being moved in. They're gonna allow you to, it's called a diversion tactic. You're gonna allow you to look over here at this guy, and he's gonna keeping the attention over there on this guy so that they can get established with a little protection of space. There's no other protection but space when you're in the streets. It's just space. That's it. It's the only protection you got. And this. Space and silence. It's the only protection. I'm not teaching you how to do this. I'm telling you what the consequences are. I'm telling you what you're in for. I'm telling you what you're signing up for when you get into this thing that they call the streets. And then when you want to be a gangster, when you want to be a gangster, all right, you got to do this. They live by a code in the gangster world, and it is known as omerta. Omerta, however you want to pronounce it. It means, my mom said, where were you guys at? Either you're going to lie to your mom and say, we went down to the store and got us some ice cream cones, and then we stopped at the swing set and played a little bit extra. I'm just giving you an example of what you got to do. Now you got to lie to your mom because you don't want her to have no idea, because what happens is they're going to go and ask your mom. They're going to pick your mama up. They're going to go pick up they're going to pick up everybody around you. So you need to really stop going back to your house once you decide to get out there in the streets. You might, okay, maybe go see her on Sunday dinners, and you need to keep your mouth shut. Put your suit on, put something nice on. Don't present yourself in no kind of way. I don't care if your mama, oh, I know what's up. I don't care if your mama say, I gotta know what my baby's into. No, keep your mouth shut. If your mom's not in that world, she's just your mom. And a mom that's in that world is not gonna wanna know what's up unless she is one of the people that's responsible for you. And then still, you that means mom is gonna take you out of there if you're doing something out of it. Mama's gonna take you out of there. It's gonna be painful for her, but in order for this thing to continue going on, she's gonna take you out of there. I'm not teaching you how to be in it, and I don't want you to be in it. I'm teaching you how to stay out of it and teach you how serious it is before you go sign up for that, thinking it's cool because you watch some movies, thinking it's cool because you and your homeboys done stole some candy from the store, thinking it's cool because you said some cuss words, thinking it's cool because you on a rap album or a mixtape or whatever, or you took a picture with a gun, or you held, come on, man, like, a lot of people got guns that's not criminals and they don't do nothing crazy with it and they take pictures with them and all of that. But y'all want to be feared out here. So y'all put your business out here. Take it from a hot boy. I was a hot boy and I still had to, okay? I had to lose friends that was just street homeboys. I had homeboys that was doing things in the streets, but they wasn't doing nothing for nobody else but themselves. That's the difference. When you get into the gangster world, you're doing things that's benefiting people other than yourself, and you have to protect that. You don't want to protect that. You don't know how dangerous, you don't want to protect that knowing that your life shall be given to protect that. Even if you don't die, your life, your health shall be given to protect that. You're going to have to do some things that you don't want to do to protect that. That's not what's up. That's nowhere near what's up. And so now, when you find out that they know what you know, or they know more than what you know, because you don't know what these, think about it. If you doing this, imagine what this other kid is doing for attention. Oh, so-and-so already told us that. What you got? Now y'all keep offering up stuff trying to have the better story. Y'all keep offering up stuff trying to have a better song. Okay? I can understand some people, they say, you know what, I'm stuck in it, yeah. And they go in and he said something about my people, and I know that I'm going to go down eventually. I'm not telling no business. But, you know, but no. Y'all claiming murders. They don't care. They'll listen. They'll put 20 people on one murder if you all confess to it, or if you all act as if you know something about it. They'll put all them people on it. They'll put them all on there. They'll put everybody on there that they can prove has information and understanding of anything about it. Not the ins and outs, but just any understanding of it. They will put you in that place about that. You need to shut your mouth. It's so painful. This is like, it's painful having to get on here and like this making my body hurt. It's painful. It's making my body hurt. It's really actually making my body hurt. Y'all need to learn to shut your mouths, because the thing is, y'all already told on the wax. And they got radios in police cars. They got CD players in police cars. They got USB, MP3 in police cars. Man, listen. I watched an undercover cop in a regular police car, a plainclothes cop in a police car. He had a hoodie on, a hoodie t-shirt, and a tank top over the top of that, jeans, and he was wearing a ski mask on top of his head, like this. He was wearing a ski mask, a cool one, not the police ski mask. He was wearing a cool ski mask, just he looked like a jit. Looked just like a jit out. He looked just like y'all. Like he was supposed to be in somebody's video. He probably was in the background of somebody's video. It's that serious. He could get out the cop car, walk around the corner, and nobody even know that. And they'd be like, damn, this cop car parked around here. Guess what? And he's with y'all, hanging with y'all, knowing the business. Y'all think he's cool. He don't even be asking no questions. Y'all think a police gonna come around asking all these questions and all this and that and showing it? No. The best ones you don't even know until you get in court and you see him with his badge and everything, or you see him in that suit. that agent suit. He trying to get on the task force. He trying to get a federal stamp. He trying to get a JTT stamp, Joint Team Task Force stamp. Did y'all know state police? Okay, some state police is agents. So when they be shootings on the block, right, and you see a guy out there, he's out there first, and he look like he just doing support. He might be a tactical. He in dark green. Florida, they got that dark green. He might be in that dark. He might be in that olive drab, that olive color, that almost army green. Right? Not the dark, because they got dark green, sheriff green boys. Then they got olive green, like military green, but it's a little bit golden green, right? And you see, he got that Velcro, right? And then a certain time through, when a certain vehicle starts showing up, when them other undercover starts showing up, when the dudes in the jeans start showing up, when the tactical officer starts showing up, he go back to the back of his truck. He go until he rip the Velcro off, and he go, and then it says federal agent. Now your eyes look big. You're like, well, somebody just popped the gun. Nobody ain't do nothing. Somebody just popped the gun. They got cameras with spot shotters, all that there. They got a surveillance van in every major city that can grab audio out the air. So y'all on the phone, they got that. Where you think they got it from? Y'all on the phone to phone, okay. That thing goes in. And they got the conversation. They don't got to tap in. You understand? The Patriot Act allows them to go and intercept any communications. And they can stay on there as long as they want to until they get some evidence. And then when they get to the court, just like what you're looking at with Thug, they'll rule out what they want to. They don't need a network of people telling, because y'all are in the nature of telling now. So y'all boys need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth. Like really, really shut your mouth. Because it's just getting crazy, man. It's getting super crazy. And what's happening is, y'all are not understanding that they coming to get y'all. I mean, they coming to get y'all. But what they're going to do is they're going to let you, it's like having a fish. They already got you. They just letting you tire yourself out. So then when they bring you in, you're going to give it all up. Because you're just tired. Because you're going to get tired. Running, you're going to get tired. Staying in these streets, you're going to get tired. Worrying if what you did to somebody else is going to happen to you, you're going to get tired. It's making my body hurt. It's making my body hurt, man. You're going to get tired. You need to shut your mouth. If you're going to be in this, you need to shut your mouth. It's so painful. It's so painful. It's so painful. Because y'all just don't get it. Y'all think that y'all are going to outsmart, and you're not. You know, y'all are clever, but you're not smart. You're not going to outsmart the system. The system was put there, and they made it easier for you to tell on yourself, and you bit the bait because you think it's your social media. You think it's yours. You need to shut your mouth. I'm trying to tough this one out so I can get it all the way out, because it's just, you need to shut your mouth. It's not yours. Please, young people, do not take any of these people, your friends, whatever, as examples. That's not what you should be doing. If you decide to do this, you need to take it upon yourself and say, you know what, this is me. I own up to this. If something happens, it's on me. I'm not bringing anybody else into it. Even if they say they got somebody, if they show me they got somebody, this is on me. I'm going to wear it all. That's how some dudes got their kingpin. They wasn't the one, but that's how they got it. Look at Woody. They just opened up all the evidence, and it's allowed and admissible. He just might get a charge above them. He might be the one. Yeah. That's why he balling out, because he as a gangster understands what's up. He might be the one. They might go ahead and put the crown on his head. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to put the crown on this man's head because he already placed himself as being too knowledgeable. There's nothing he can't say now. Everything is open. And all of the stuff that they weren't able to admit that was not credible evidence is now credible. Even if the stuff that he said was a lie, he could have lied. He could have lied all the way down. They gonna put it on him. I done seen it happen before. I done seen somebody lie and take a boss charge, and this dude was not the boss of nothing because he wanted to try to play a game with them folks and do their job. That's what we call it in Florida. That's what we call it, old school, no matter what. But in Florida especially, we call it doing them folks' job. And that's on any level. You need to shut your mouth. If you got, okay, listen, you got your basketball trophy? Go ahead, rap about the basketball game and how you got your basketball trophy. You want any of that stuff is cool. That's cool. Talk about regular square stuff. Talk about regular people stuff. Crime, criminality, all that stuff is not no conversation. Shut your mouth. If you're not criminal, stop trying to appear that way because they're going to come at you and you need to shut your mouth. And you're not going to know how to because you're not in the situation where you should be. And you're going to talk. Shut your mouth. Please. There are children watching you. They think that this is what it is. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. These children is watching you. They think that this is what it is. They really, honestly, and truly think that this is what it is, what you're doing. In my time, stupid people thought that this right here, see this right here? Make me not street. So that was so funny, right? It was so funny, right? And then so by the time I started doing like this, I was out the streets, right? But on the weekends and when I went to see females and stuff like that, that came off. Now they paint me as a thug, they paint me as rough. But when they see it like this, right? Oh, they say, oh man, he looks like he's an intelligent guy. I'm an intelligent guy. That doesn't absolve me from being able to fall into the situation of being into the streets. That doesn't absolve me of that, of guilt or none of that. It doesn't save me. I gotta live the life I gotta live. And if I wanna live this life longer, I'm gonna shut my mouth. That's what I learned. Like I said, I had friends that almost lost their life trying to play with me, not knowing what I was dealing with, not knowing what I was connected to, not understanding that when they come for what the stuff that we was involved in, they are gonna come and you're gonna be gone for damn near forever, or forever, if you let this business out, even in the least bit. If they can connect this to the next person and anybody in here is soft, or any person that in here is not beholden to this code, they are going to expose it. And any small exposing will give them enough to go further, and it's over for you and for the rest of them. Somebody else is gonna come in and they're gonna be free as long as they keep their mouth shut and keep their business out of the streets. Gangsters don't have their business in the streets. Bodies, police, talking is not good for business. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Please, please shut your mouth. Because they already got it, all right? They already got it. They really already got it. Y'all talk too much already. And then this other dudes, you gotta understand there's like a ton of kids out here that ain't, the prisons is full of dudes that ran their mouth and they still didn't get out. Keep your mouth shut if you want to last at all in this world. Please shut your mouth. One time for your mind. All right? Peace.